Good morning. Merry New Year. It's happy. It's Happy New Year. If you know that movie, you know that movie. Trading Places. Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. It's another New Year movie I forgot to mention yesterday. It's a good one. But anyway, January 1st. A new day, a new year, a new beginning, perhaps. Sorry, I got to read this quote real quick. Make sure you're happy in real life, not just on the internet. Very true. I post a lot of positive things and quotes and scripture sometimes, and every day I make these videos about being happy and positive. You got to, like I said, discipline your thoughts. In order to heal, got to heal your thoughts. Be careful what you allow yourself to think, because those thoughts slip in sometimes. Just this morning, I was thinking, I want to get out of my neighborhood that I live in. I want to move on. I want to get my kids away from this neighborhood. I don't live in a very great neighborhood, but at least I have a place to live. So I gotta, like I said, those thoughts creep in. You gotta think, gotta stay positive, because we all have bad thoughts. The negativity, we all have them. But it's like I said, what do we do when those thoughts creep in? Gotta change the thoughts. Yeah, I was watching. So yesterday I mentioned I was watching Castaway, and I liked, at the end when he's back in his hometown or whatever, and you know what? Before I continue, I don't edit my videos. Like, you're not gonna see cut after cut after cut. There's gonna be pause in my talking. It's just the way I'm doing. This is me, and this is real. I hate those videos when they're always cutting after each sentence. They cut and they're right into another sentence. You don't even have time to comprehend what they just said, because it cuts, and it's right into the next sentence. It's like, I hate that. Just talk and be real. So anyway, back to what I was saying. He was stuck on that island. He was isolated and he was alone, and he wanted to give up. He wanted to give up. He wanted to end it all. But it didn't happen. And he said he just had to keep breathing. He needed to stay alive, to push through. And I think that's what, a lot of us are going through. Some days are just yeah, it's January 1st, it's a new year, but, some days one just blends into the other. It's not much of a change. That's when we really got to just keep breathing, stay alive, just keep pushing and keep hoping, and, keep faith alive and keep the hope alive, and just stay positive, because you don't know. As I said on Castaway, he said, the sun will rise tomorrow. Who knows what the tide will bring in? Who knows what's, on the horizon? Sometimes you're just about to give up, and then you have your breakthrough. Every day is just a struggle. And you're like, when's it ever going to end? When's it ever going to end? Is it always going to be like this? Like I said, negative thoughts, they hit us all. But we just got to keep fighting, keep breathing, stay alive, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. Just keep hoping, myself included. Like I said, me making these videos, it's like a therapy for me too. It helps me, get out, express what I need to say and feel, and, share that with others. So hopefully it helps others. That's the point. Keep hope alive. Like I said, new year, a new day. It's January. For us that live in Ohio, it's closer to spring. And it is covered in snow today. I think we got like 4 or 5 inches last night. Freezing. Thank God I ain't got to go anywhere today. I ain't got to work till Saturday, so I'm off the next couple days, which is nice. I'm not leaving. I got all my groceries, got everything I need. Just paid my rent yesterday, paid my bills. So I'm very thankful. Like I said, not where I want to be, but I'm better than where I was. So when those negative thoughts creep in, remember the good that you have. Try to stay positive. Think of the blessings, things you might take for granted. And like I said, maybe it's just not your time yet. Everything has a season. Everything happens for a reason. Your time will come. You just got to keep fighting. Keep pushing through. For me included, like I said, I'm still one of these days, I'm being patient. I hope I move on from this where I live, and eventually move on from the city and move to where I want to go. But until then, I got to keep working. I got to keep pushing. I got to keep fighting. Keep breathing. I got to stay alive. Keep fighting the fight. It reminds me of this quote. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person that walked in. It's what the storm is all about. A lot of us are probably going through storms right now. And it reminds me of when Peter took his eyes off Peter took his eyes off Jesus. He fell. He fell and he was walking on the water, and then he took his eyes off Jesus, and then he fell because of the storm. He was afraid of the storm. Keep your eyes focused on Jesus, not on the storm. So when them storms enter your life, which they will, happens to all of us, it's when we need to fight even harder. Fight even harder. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Pray. Don't let them negative thoughts win, because they're going to creep in. They're going to creep in. Don't let them win. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, life is hard. It isn't fair sometimes. Like I said, bad things happen, and we don't know why. That's when we need to stay positive the most. Yeah, life really hurts like hell sometimes. Like I said, it'll beat you up, leave you feeling defeated. But those are the moments you need to be the strongest, because you'll come out stronger than you were. Focus on what is within your power to change for the better. Sometimes things happen in people's lives, and it's because they keep repeating the same pattern. It happened to me. It happens to me. We repeat the same thing, expecting a different outcome. It's not how it works. Sometimes we need to change things for the better. You can and you will. Yeah, stay patient. The best things happen unexpectedly. New year, new day. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hopefully everyone's safe last night. My kids and I watched the finale of Stranger Things, and I gotta say, we were happy with it. We loved it. We thought it ended great. I don't want to give away any spoilers in case you haven't seen it, but we loved it. We thought it ended perfectly. Yeah, we really loved it. We enjoyed it. Like I said, we baked cookies last night. We started at about a little after 9. By the time it got over, it was about midnight. So we celebrated New Year's, and which I haven't done in years. Usually I'm in bed by like 10 o'clock at night. I'm an early bird anymore. Now that I get up so early in the morning, excuse me, I go to bed early, but I sleep pretty well, and I like getting up early now. Like I said, I get a lot accomplished in the morning. A lot of things done early on in the day. Try to get a lot done in the morning that way. Sometime in the afternoon, I get myself time, and my kids sleep in the morning. So being a single dad, there's no breaks. So the morning time is like my time to reflect, recharge, enjoy my peace, before my kids wake up. Because once they wake up, it's go time. There's no stopping them. 3 young boys full of energy. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Very blessed with my home life situation. See what quote I can end it with. So today is day 16. 16 days already that I started this. For all you new followers, subscribers, I really appreciate it. New videos every day. Some days, like I said, it'd just be me randomly talking just about my daily shenanigans. So, and I like videos like that sometimes. Sometimes I like to, feel like I'm part of someone's life, see what they, hear what they go through, and, what they do on a daily basis. I enjoy that sometimes. It's real life. This is real. It's like a Truman Show. I know if you haven't seen the Truman Show, watch that today. Everyone watches everything he does. He wakes up, he brushes his teeth, they watch him, get dressed. Every aspect of his life is recorded, and the whole world tunes in to what he does on a daily basis. So, and that's why I think people connect. People enjoy, real life. I think that's probably why they started reality TV shows, because once they started, they took over television. Reality show this, reality show that. They had a reality show for everything in life, I think. Everything. The real world. This is the real world. Real life, real struggles, real hope. So, that's what I like to do. Hopefully y'all enjoy it as well. Me just sharing a little part of my life, which I'm okay with. Like I said, it helps me, and I enjoy making new friends. But I think we're going to end it that. Trying to think if I had anything else to discuss today. If I don't, I'll just make another video later. Yeah. Make sure you're happy in real life, not just on the internet. Try to be real. Don't be afraid to share things. Don't be afraid to share your story sometimes. Someone out there might need to hear it. With that, I'm out. Happy New Year, and I hope you have a great day. God bless.